How many of you like to be able to recruit better? How many of you are actually struggling with that a little bit? You want to recruit more? Yes, you want to get better at recruiting. You got to realize that every master was once a disaster. Write that down. Every master was once a disaster. Anybody in life who's good at something, they were at one point terrible at it, right? So sometimes people come and say, well, Jack, recruiting is my greatest problem. I said, how could recruiting be the greatest problem? That's your only solution, right? That's the key to become successful in this business, right? So I'm excited to bring up the next speaker. Are you guys excited to hear the next speaker? I'm really excited. I look at the next speaker. To myself, I always see him as the Santa Claus of WFG, because he's the gentleman that always comes in with new announcements and new ideas and things that we're all looking forward to hear the entire year. And I know he's got some big bombshell announcements. Are you guys ready to hear? Yeah. Right? We're going to be blown away. We're just back there talking. Hey, I want to bring up, I don't want to take much time from home office. I want to bring up actually the Chief Sales Officer of World Financial Group, the great Victor Sanchez. Let's get on.
Introducing at UNLV's Thomas and Mack Center, Chief Sales Officer of World Financial Group, Victor Sanchez.
Santa Claus? It said new announcements, well, I definitely brought new shoes. What do you guys think? I'll get to these a little bit later. You know, it's funny, he talked about, I always bring the good ideas, and he told me right backstage, he goes, hey, I'm gonna call you the Santa Claus of WFG. You know what the funny thing is since I got here, every day someone has seen me in the casino or walking around a restaurant or a bar, and they would stop me and say, hey, I can't wait for you to talk. You always have the good announcements. What's the new technology? Everybody keeps asking me. But you know what the truth is? Last year, half the things that I announced on this stage never happened. So I'm like, I'm not announcing any more technology. I'm just telling you that right now. But it is truly an honor and a privilege to be here at this historic event. Has this been a historic event for you? What we've learned over the last couple of days has been amazing. Even as someone that works at the home office, it's pretty impactful. Because when Paul Hart, I mean, was that crazy or what? When I was listening to him talk about a job and everything that means, I leaned over to Dave Paulson, our CEO, and I'm like, I quit. And he looks back at me and he goes, so do I. But hey guys, you know, we call it New Era for a reason. New CEO, new president, new way we even calculate our points, new technology. But none of that matters if you guys are willing to change. And you can't change until you make a decision. And that's been the theme. You've heard that from every single speaker. Nothing happens until you make a decision. Every single one of you has made a decision. There's people that made a decision the first hour and maybe left. There are others that made a decision that said, you know what, I am going to go get my license. There are probably 7-figure earners who have been coasting that heard something maybe from, I don't know, Coach Ellis, and said, you know what, it's time to get re-engaged. But someone, somewhere, every single person here, they made a decision. And we had to make a decision to upgrade the platform for you. Because this is a world-class organization with world-class people, don't you agree?
Yeah.
So that's why we brought things like Salesforce and Agent One and Launch, and this is why we brought all of that. And I'll be honest, some of you were just like, what is this? I don't even know how to use it. You got to get uncomfortable. We had to make that decision. You heard our president, Tom Dempsey, say, we're building this platform not for the next 5 years, but for the next 50 years. And so we have to get better. And you know what? We already are. When you look at Launch, the new way that we onboard our recruits, when you look at Launch, it's already working. So we measure our, what we call licensing conversion ratio. which means how many people recruit versus how many people that actually get licensed. Since we've launched this, year over year, it's already increased 20%. In fact, we've hit double-digit percentages for the first time in 4 years. And Tom already shared with you what's happening with NPR. It's working. But we made a commitment to you to keep adding value. And so one of the things that we do best if you're in an office is train. We have some of the best trainers in the industry, bar none. The problem is that we're everywhere in North America. So sometimes we're not in an office, but we want to continue to learn. You know, one of the things that Ed Milet and I started talking about a couple years ago is how do we get all and harness all the knowledge, all the power, and get it into one place? So we've launched something called Litmus. Litmus is available through Salesforce. It is a new virtual sales training platform. This is available now. I told you, I'm only announcing things that are live, not coming. It already has 150 videos on it. It has videos in Salesforce. It has videos on all of our communications from our president. It even has Rich Stolley's videos. And it's going to include by Hawaii something that all of the big leaders ask me about all the time. Why don't you guys ever give us our convention videos?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone in this room would love to have a copy of Paul Hart's speech. Right? So by February, all of the convention presentations, including the ones from this convention, will be loaded on this platform. We're going to keep adding value. One of the things that I love about WFG is something that I hear in every meeting, and that is, we go out there and protect families, but you got to start with your own. Anybody ever heard that before? I love that. But I'm here to challenge you. You go out there and you talk about the importance of planning every single day, you need to start with your own. What do I mean by that? We launched Legacy Shield on your platform. Yes, it's a vault that you can store all of your financial information, your policies, everything. But it also affords you the ability to start a basic estate plan, a will. Now, we have over 45,000 licensed agents in North America. You know how many have actually registered to do this? 4,000. Only 4,000. So I'm imploring you to practice what you preach. If you keep saying that it's important to plan when you're across that kitchen table, how about you start planning with your own family? And if I'm sounding a little passionate about it, it's because I am. In fact, just 2 days ago, at this very convention, an individual who works for Legacy Shield had a heart attack and passed away. At this convention. You might have even met him at the Legacy Shield booth. Now, thankfully, he works for Legacy Shield, so obviously, he had a plan in place. Do you? Ladies and gentlemen, everything's on the line here. Make sure, oh, by the way, you already paid for it. It's part of the platform fee that you pay for it. So use it. In fact, speaking of platform fee, you know, we kept talking about the $65, Well, we're gonna separate E&O, and the new charge for that starting in October is going to be $25. Now, technology is only a part of the platform. You know what else is part of the platform? Is the way we educate and train our people. The next level of leadership, the new era of leadership. One of the things that our new president has brought that everybody's adopting at the home office is this. We are a field-driven company that's home office supported. He's been hammering us over the head about that, and rightfully so. So, you spoke, we listened. Ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing back SMD Academy. If it's a new era, it's not the people sitting in the front, it's people sitting all around the rafters, right? We need to invest in you, so we're gonna partner with our product providers to bring these next year, so stay tuned for details. Now, we also do something for our EMDs called Tiger School. Guys, personally, this is the best meeting that we do at WFG. Think about it. There's over 20-something thousand people at this convention. Only 30 people get invited. It's the most exclusive meeting we do. I have EDCs who ask me every year, hey, can I just crash the party? Because you've heard from just amazing speakers, people like Sonny. You're gonna hear from people like Penny. You've heard from Greg Stranaka. You've heard from all these great leaders, Peter Lee, all these type of people. You see them up here for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. At Tiger School, they talk for an hour. And it's not just the emotional stuff. They actually teach you how to build a business. So with that being said, anybody want to know who qualified? All right, everyone, I'll give you 2 seconds. Get your phones out so you can take the picture. Here we go. Congratulations to all these qualifiers. I see you, Reed. I see you, brother. I'll see you in Dallas. Hey, but you want to know the people that have gotten to the levels of CEO, EDC, SEDC, all those levels, do you think they got complacent when they got to CEO? No, they kept growing. So do you think, let me see, I'm gonna ask the people in the front, CEOs and above, do you guys think you should have your own meeting too? Yes. Well, here's another example of field-driven, home office supported. You spoke, we listened. One of the things you asked for back was leadership network. So ladies and gentlemen, we're calling it a new name, CEO Academy, but we're going back to New York during December. We're taking it to the Four Seasons. We're going back to the stock exchange, and we're gonna have executive education unlike anything you've ever had before. So every level of our organization is getting trained, is getting educated, and is growing. Anybody who's a CEO and above want to know what the qualifications are? All right, here you go. Take your picture. There are the qualifications. This is going to be an exclusive event. It's going to be hard to get into, but I guarantee you when you're there, it's going to be worth it. So academies are a big part of our platform. Technology is a big part of our platform, but it's not the only part of our platform. You know what else is an important part of our platform? Trips. We go around the world in WFG. Tom Dempsey talked about Hawaii. I'm gonna tell you right now, if there's a trip to fight for, it's Hawaii. Because all these great leaders that you saw on stage, they're usually there. They're at the same pool, they're at the same bar, they're at the same restaurant. And you get to ask them all the questions you want, and they can't leave. Because they're trapped literally on an island with you. So if you can get there, get there. Now, there's even a better meeting that is so good, it only happens once every 3 years. And that meeting is called Odyssey. And for those of you who are new, you're probably wondering, what is that? So for the last 6 months, myself and Susan Davies have been getting blown up about where are we going, where are we going? Are you guys ready to know where we're going? So instead of me just telling you, I'm going to show you. promise you, we did not pick Ireland because the name of our new president is Thomas Francis Patrick Dempsey V. It's not like he came in and said, we're going back to the motherland, I'm picking Ireland. But it is going to be an amazing trip, I promise you that. So trips, contests, part of our platform. Academies, a part of our platform. Technology, a part of our platform. That's not all that's part of our platform. Yesterday, Coach Ellis said something that stuck with me. She said, when she talked about the decision to become a coach full-time, she said this phrase, she chose passion over a paycheck. You guys remember that? Do you want to know the first thing I thought about? In WFG, you can have both. In fact, in WFG, the more passion you have, the bigger the paycheck. The more passion you have about recruiting, the more you recruit. The more passion you have about protecting families, the more sales you do. Right? There's a direct correlation. But this is probably one of the proudest moments for me in terms of an announcement. Usually when we come out of convention, there's a contest. Your field leadership team told us, we already get enough. Why don't you take care of the new person? How many of you in here are an MD or below? Make some noise. Your leadership team spoke and we listened. How many of you would like to enjoy a little bit more of a paycheck? So check this out. We are introducing you to the race to 25K. What do I mean by the race to 25K? This is only available to training agents, associates, senior associates, and MDs. That is it. 4 levels, 4 opportunities, depending on what level you're on. If you qualify, if you finish in the top 25, each and every one of you will get an extra $1,000.
Every month?
And that's just 1 month. We're gonna reset it every single month for 3 straight months. So if you're killing it, you can make an extra $3,000 on top of what you're already doing. Is any MD or below excited about this? And if you're an SMB or below, this is where you know if you're a true leader. Because if right now you're asking yourself, well, that sucks, what about me? I'm not sure you're a true leader. But if you're sitting there thinking, this is exactly what I needed to get my people fired up, then ladies and gentlemen, we have a seat at the front table for you. So don't thank me, thank your leadership. It was their decision. So look, go to mywfg.com on Monday, you'll see all the details. But I have not yet said what the biggest component of our platform is. Cash is one of them, trips, academies, technology. The most important part of our platform is you. It's you. You, the business owner, you, the entrepreneur, you, the person that's out there protecting families. Without you, there is no platform. Without you, there is no WFG. Without you, there's nobody getting protected. None of this exists without you. Don't ever forget that. This platform was built for you. So on behalf of WFG and on behalf of Transamerica, I want to thank you for everything you do. In fact, Transamerica, for those of you in the US, they want to thank you a little more by something called the Red Shoe Club. This thing has taken off like wildfire. I was just told at lunch that there are people who didn't qualify, liked it so much, they started going to the Nike stores here in Vegas and buying red shoes. Everybody wants in. This is a convention must have. Although I will say, it's great for men, but maybe the women, maybe we could figure out, I don't know, a particular shoe company that has red bottoms. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Talk to them because they're looking at me like, dude, I never said anything.
Is that a racial club?
Yeah. So your flagship company wants to thank you with these. And I didn't realize how many soccer fans we had in the house after yesterday. So instead of letting me close out my talk, I'm gonna let a little extra guest, special guest, send you a thank you message.
Who is it?